Charlotte's all of those things and more. This history is so deep.
Two women, two icons, one rivalry that changed the landscape of women's wrestling forever.
Listen to the WWE Universe.
Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, two names that stand tall as pillars of power, passion, and pure legacy. Their story goes beyond championships and spotlight. It's a tale woven with friendship turned to fire, loyalty shattered by ambition, and the relentless pursuit of greatness.
We've seen in the past when Charlotte, Becky looking to end this.
And looking for the manhandle slam, counter by...
When these two stepped into the ring, it wasn't just another match. It was a collision of pride, betrayal, and redemption years in the making. Every strike, every stare, every moment was loaded with emotion, history, and unfinished business. This showdown wasn't about who could walk out with the title. It was about who could walk out with their soul intact.
Charlotte into the backbreaker.
When Charlotte Flair is able to channel,
Kick right to the back.
It was about proving who truly deserved to be called the queen and who had earned the right to be the man. So don't blink. Stay with me till the very end, because the story behind this epic full match will not just surprise you, it will redefine everything you thought you knew about Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. This wasn't just a match. It was a collision of destiny, years in the making.
Back of the neck.
when Charlotte can channel her aggression, when she can focus.
Becky Lynch, the man, the relentless underdog who clawed her way from the gritty training grounds of NXT to headlining the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. And standing across from her, Charlotte Flair, the queen, the embodiment of legacy, the daughter of the legendary Ric Flair, born into greatness but determined to prove she could carve her own crown. Once they were inseparable, sisters in spirit, united by ambition and respect. But as fame grew and the spotlight narrowed, cracks began to show.
Focus her anger on an opponent. Charlotte Flair is almost untouchable.
Ego, jealousy, and the hunger for recognition twisted that bond into rivalry. When Becky Lynch turned her back on Charlotte Flair in SummerSlam 2018, it wasn't just a betrayal, it was a revolution. The crowd didn't boo her, they roared for her. They saw not a villain, but a woman who refused to be overshadowed any longer. From that night on, every stare, every word, every punch carried years of emotion, resentment, pride, and unspoken pain.
On and with almost disgust at the over 15,000 at Barclays Center tonight.
And now, as the lights dimmed and the bell rang, that tension was about to erupt. Tonight wasn't about friendship or forgiveness. It was about proving who truly stood at the top. The queen versus the man. Legacy versus rebellion. And only one woman would walk out with her soul and her name etched forever in wrestling history. The bell rings, and instantly chaos ignites. No handshake, no sportsmanship, no trace of the friendship that once was.
And look at Charlotte just unloading on Lynch.
Charlotte.
Just two women unleashing years of frustration, pride, and pain in one violent explosion. Charlotte Flair strikes first, a thunderous chop that cracks through the arena like a gunshot, the sound echoing with generations of Flair dominance. But Becky Lynch doesn't flinch. She wipes the sting from her chest, grins through the pain, and fires back with a relentless barrage of right hands. Every punch a statement, every hit a reminder that she's no one's shadow anymore. The energy inside the arena is electric, pulsing with history.
Flair is overwhelming the Raw Women's Champion right now.
Bouncing her head like the Nets do.
Every move feels personal. When Charlotte plants Becky with a sharp back suplex, she roars, "I made you!" A line dripping with arrogance and truth twisted together. But Becky's answer is louder than words. A vicious roundhouse kick to the jaw that silences the queen and sends a message that echoes through the crowd. Not anymore. The audience explodes into chaos, half chanting for the man, half rallying behind the queen. It's not just a match anymore. It's a war for identity, for legacy, for respect. And everyone watching knows this is only the beginning.
Basketball in this arena.
Both
Charlotte's experience begins to shine through, a reminder of why she's called the Queen. Every step she takes is precise, every strike measured. She's not just fighting, she's orchestrating. Her focus shifts to Becky's legs, the foundation of her power, and the key to breaking her spirit. Each stomp, each wrench, each twist is executed with surgical precision, softening Becky up for that dreaded figure 8. The crowd can see what's coming. They've seen it before. The moment when Charlotte locks in that bridge and there's no escape. But this time, Becky Lynch refuses to let history repeat itself. With the instincts of a survivor, Becky rolls out of danger, her face a mask of determination. She knows Charlotte's rhythm too well. Every setup, every fake, every smirk before the pain. Instead of backing off, she shifts strategy, going for Charlotte's arm. Every kick, every strike to that limb is a calculated act of rebellion, designed to neutralize the Flair submission game. If Charlotte can't bridge, she can't win, and Becky is relentless in making sure of it. The two women trade control like gladiators. Charlotte counters with power, Becky answers with grit. Sweat drips, the crowd roars, and both are running on pure adrenaline. The referee's warnings are drowned out by the chaos around them. Then, in a heartbeat, the match explodes into its most brutal turning point. Becky, running on fury and instinct, catches Charlotte off guard. With a primal roar, she hoists her rival up and slams her onto the announce table. The impact is thunderous. Wood cracks, monitors tumble, and the audience gasps in disbelief.
These women have performed at the grand.
For a split second, time freezes. Charlotte writhes in pain, clutching her back, while Becky stands tall, breathing heavily, eyes burning with defiance and years of pent-up rage.
List of grand stages, main eventing WrestleMania together.
She leans over the wreckage, her voice sharp and unyielding. "You think you're the queen?" she snarls, pausing just long enough for the crowd to hang on her every word. "I'm the man." The arena erupts. The sound is deafening. A sea of fans on their feet, chanting, screaming, witnessing history unfold. The moment captures everything this feud has ever been about: pride, respect, revenge, and the fight for identity. And as the camera zooms in on their faces, Charlotte grimacing in fury, Becky standing over her with fire in her eyes, everyone in that arena knows this story isn't just being told, it's being written in legend. As the match nears its breaking point, the air in the arena turns electric. Sweat pours, chests heave, and both women look like they've been through a war. Every movement now is fueled by sheer willpower, no strength left to spare, only pride keeping them standing. The crowd senses it, that moment where careers, legacies, and identities collide. Charlotte, ever the tactician, seizes her opening. With the precision of a veteran and the fury of a queen defending her crown, she sweeps Becky off her feet and locks in the figure 8. The pain on Becky's face tells the story. Veins bulging, teeth gritted, the agony stretching through every inch of her body. The queen arches higher, screaming in defiance, determined to make the man bow down before her. The crowd rises as one, torn between disbelief and anticipation. Becky's hand hovers over the mat. She's seconds away from tapping out.
Withstanding each other's best heroes.
Oh, Charlotte got hung up on the top rope knee by Becky.
But then, in a surge of desperation, Becky digs deep, clawing her way across the canvas, fingertips brushing the bottom rope. The crowd counts along, their voices shaking the arena. 1, 2, 3. And then she grabs it. The referee forces the break, and Charlotte screams in frustration. The hold is broken, but the damage is done. Becky can barely stand, her legs trembling beneath her. Charlotte goes for the kill, lifting Becky for one last move. But this time, the man flips the script. With a sudden burst of energy, Becky twists out of the hold and traps Charlotte's arm, wrenching it down into her signature submission, the disarm her. The crowd erupts, the sound deafening as Charlotte thrashes in pain. Her hand reaches for the ropes, fingertips stretching, but Becky drags her right back to the center of the ring. The Queen's face contorts, her screams echoing through the arena, but there's no escape now. Seconds feel like hours. The tension is unbearable. And then, tap, 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 the referee calls for the bell. The arena explodes into chaos, fans screaming, cameras flashing, commentators losing their voices. Becky Lynch collapses to her knees, tears in her eyes, clutching her title high above her head. She did it! The man has defeated the Queen!
Roll up. Charlotte's got the ropes. Charlotte's got the ropes and the ref caught her.
In that moment, Becky isn't just a champion. She's a symbol. The underdog who defied the system. The friend who became a rival. The woman who carved her own destiny. As her music hits and the crowd chants her name, one truth echoes through every corner of the arena. Becky Lynch didn't just win a match, she claimed her legacy.
Great call by the official. And now Lynch rolls through. Becky's got the ropes. Becky's got the ropes.
Becky Lynch rises slowly to her feet, every breath heavy, every muscle trembling. The roar of the crowd washes over her like a storm, thousands on their feet, chanting her name in unison. Becky! 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 She clutches her championship tight against her chest, tears glistening in her eyes, the emotion of years of struggle finally breaking through the armor of the man. This is more than victory. It's validation. On the mat, Charlotte Flair stirs. The Queen, who once ruled unchallenged, looks up at her greatest rival, not with hatred, but with something far more human. Respect. Painful, reluctant, but genuine respect. For a moment, the chaos fades, replaced by quiet understanding. These two women, who once shared locker rooms, dreams, and friendship, have just shared a war that will be remembered for generations. As Becky stands tall, title raised high under the blinding lights, the symbolism is undeniable. This wasn't just another WWE match. It was a statement, a defiant proclamation that women's wrestling is no longer the side act. It is the main event. The emotion, the storytelling, the intensity, all of it reached a level that transcended gender and tradition. This was history written in sweat, pain, and passion.
Didn't see it! What the hell is this ref doing?
Here is your winner, the Raw Women's Champion.
That night, the Queen met her equal, and the man proved her truth. The world didn't just witness a winner, it witnessed a revolution. Becky Lynch didn't just hold a title, she held the weight of an entire movement in her hands. And as the cameras faded to black, one message echoed louder than any chant. In the battle between the Queen and the man, Becky Lynch didn't just win, she became the moment.
The man, Becky Lynch.
What about you? What did you think of this match? Was this the ultimate chapter in one of WWE's greatest rivalries, or just another battle in a war that still burns with unfinished business? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop them in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going. And hey, if you enjoyed reliving this legendary showdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another deep dive into wrestling's most unforgettable moments. Because this wasn't just a match, it was a story of pride, betrayal, and redemption written in the ring. This was Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair, a clash that redefined what women's wrestling can be and will forever stand as a turning point in WWE history. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next breakdown of Legends.